All right, Coach. Tough way to end there. What was your message to the players?
So at the end of the game, all I do is I tell them, hey, great job, and then we'll analyze the game. So the message to the players is done after you watch video, after you reflect on, what just happened. Because the game's so emotional, you have to be careful. What is it that you're going to communicate to the players after the game is actually what happened. So, great game, incredible game. Two very good teams, in my opinion, and crazy end to it.
Take me through those last 10 minutes, because FIU was really late on the attack there. Like, you get that second goal and they answer right back. So just take me through that. What were you seeing out there?
Well, I think the difficult part is if you're not able to build up and keep the ball, and you play directly, then you have to pick up that first ball and the second ball. My preference would be that we'd be able to build up and keep possession and to be able to see that game out by having the ball. I think it's a lot harder when you try to see the game out in the last 10 minutes by giving the ball to your opponent and letting them attack you. And I think that's what happened. We weren't able to keep possession. We weren't able to build up and play in their half. And that's something that clearly we have to get better at, so that it's ineffective when teams come out and try to high press us. We have to be able to be press resistant and to be able to play through pressure.
How do you assess Wamby's performance tonight? Because yes, you had the two goals at the end there, but he ended up having a career high in saves.
Yeah, I would have to watch it back. I would say there were some really good moments where he's made some great saves that are reflexive saves, and then I'd need to watch some of the other moments. But in the end, we'll watch the video and we'll reflect on it and we'll share it with the players and we'll help them to see, how is it that they can get better.
Luca and Emmanuel and Baum teamed up to get that first goal there. Both of them ended up going down. How are I know Luca got back in the game there, but how are they doing? And on them?
Yeah, I don't know everything about kind of where Baum is. I think Luca picked up 2 knocks. I think this is what happens when you try to fit as many games as we're trying to fit into this period of time. Legs get really heavy, and you're looking at, all right, people that have little knocks from game 1. Now you add a couple more moments where they're picking up little injuries here and there. So I think it's a bit of a product too of how many games we play in such a short period of time.
So as for Beto, this is the second goal of his career. I told me he was practicing free kicks a lot there in practice. What was it like for you to see him get a goal there?
No, I was really happy for Beto. He started the preseason injured. He had come off of a surgery and was getting back, and every training session from the time he got back into training to now has gotten better and better. So I was happy that I had a chance to put him in the game and that he was able to help.
You ended up coming into this game. It was announced earlier, number 6 in the nation, coming off of a season where you ended up missing the AAC tournament. How does it feel for you to be able to reach that height after this through this offseason?
Yeah, I think the rankings are obviously they're good, right? Like they're something where it's good for your school, it's good for your program, it gives motivation to the players, but we're always going to focus on performances and improvement. And so I'm really excited about where we are. I'm really excited about the team that we have, and I know that there's so much more that we can do. And I think actually that's the most exciting thing about this group, is that, okay, for the results that we've gotten, and we've gotten some really good results against some high-level teams, I still think there's a much higher level that we can get to with this group. And that's always going to be the focus of what we're doing. But always the rankings are great for motivation for the group and kind of and I would say help the guys find a bit of purpose in what they're doing.
What makes FIU such a challenge to take on, and what do you want your team to kind of take with them from this challenge as they host Brown soon?
Yeah, you know, I think FIU, in terms of like their intensity and their fight and their competitiveness, I think they're always going to bring that. And they came out, they had a really good game plan in terms of, okay, how are we going to make it really difficult for UCF to play and capitalize on moments where we give the ball away. They were direct at times against us, and so that's also a big part of college soccer, and they do that at a really high level, and they get a lot of results playing in this way. So we have to be really good at dealing with that, and especially at a team that's going to compete at that level. And we knew that coming out to this game that was going to be the challenge. And maybe in the first 20 minutes we weren't up to the same pace because we were trying to play out and we just could not do it quick enough and got caught 3, 4, 5 times by FIU's press. But I think as the game went on, after that first 25 minutes or so, we started to get a hold of the ball and had more success doing it.
And then as far as taking what from this game against Brown?
I mean, I think what we're going to look at is how we conceded, right? And the moments that we were vulnerable, and we're going to say, okay, what went wrong in those moments, and we're going to look at how can we build up and retain the ball, because without watching video, I don't want to say too much, but it's pretty clear that we did not retain the ball and possess the ball in the way that we typically do.
All right, got it. Well, best of luck, Coach.
Thank you.